Hello everyone, Riley here. I just saw Fantastic Woman. It's the first foreign language film that I was able to see in 2017 because they just don't actually come out very often near me. And I've seen the trailers ad nauseum in front of tons of different movies, and it finally came out. So I was finally able to see it. And it is directed by Sebastian Lelio, and it stars Daniela Vega. The general premise of this movie is that there's a transgender woman whose partner dies, and there's a lot of social dynamics at play with the family and with the police, and there's a lot of suspicion going around what actually she was doing during the time. The crux of this movie is Daniela Vega's performance, and she is amazing in this role. And even though she does some kind of cruel things throughout it to various people and is very cold to people, she's still very, very endearing, and you still sympathize with her a lot. And a lot of that has to do with Vega's performance, which probably should have had a little more conversation than it did about Best Lead Actress. She has a lot of raw emotion to her performance, and it adds a lot of different layers to her. When at times she could come across as one-dimensional, the performance elevates the actual material that is written there. Also, it was nice seeing a transgender actress actually play a transgender character, because that never happens, and I'm glad that Vega was given the opportunity, because most transgender actors are not given any opportunities at all. However, with the character, at times they kind of throw in slight character traits that don't really add anything to the character's arc, and don't really add anything to the story, so they're just kind of added in, and it doesn't really feel very cohesive, and it kind of feels out of place. Another thing, the visuals in this film, incredible. Cinematography and the direction is top-notch, and it is really, really interesting to look at, and there are a lot of cool things metaphorically that they do. And this film delves into a lot of different themes, and it succeeds very well at them. It deals into the transgender rights issues, it deals with loss, it deals with pain, it deals with just being broken down and desperation, and it really handles those elements really well. And it's really captivating to watch the character's journey throughout, and the main storyline, and just generally the way the story progresses, is incredible. However, it's a little rough around the edges, whereas it is very heavy-handed with its imagery and with the metaphors that it uses. The metaphors are kind of beat over your head a bit, which is kind of disappointing. Also, the way that they deal with some of the more prejudiced characters that say cruel things to Melina, or just act cruelly towards her, is a little over the top, and they weren't given any real depth, so it just kind of made it seem like people are one or the other. They're either completely tolerant or completely intolerant, when there is a middle ground, and I think that they did waste an opportunity in not exploring that middle ground. And the beginning is just a little slow to start, but it picks up about 10 minutes into the film, but the actual very opening is not great. But other than that, it's a really compelling story with great performances, not just by Vega, by the entire cast, but hers is definitely the standout. And the dialogue, for the most part, is really good. So overall, I'd give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. It's a very good movie. It's not amazing. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's a very worthy watch. So tomorrow I should have my Academy Award reactions coming out. I'm really excited for the Oscars tomorrow night. And if you liked this video, you liked my reviews, or you've just liked the videos I've been making recently, then just drop a like down below, comment what you thought of the movie, or just the Oscars tomorrow, or the best foreign film race. I don't know that much about the other films, so if you know something, inform me. And subscribe down below if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.